is your girl, Shauna XO, and this is Season 4, Heels to Cleats. And we have a very special guest for this edition, for, this segment. We have 919 Chaos from the Carolinas. So, hi.
Hello.
All right. Welcome. All right, so introduce yourself and your team.
So I am head coach of 919 Chaos. We're out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay, Raleigh.
Yes.
Nice. What's there to do in Raleigh?
Oh, there's a lot to do in Raleigh. Raleigh is basically home of a lot of colleges in the area. Historical black colleges. You got UNC up the road, NC State, Duke University. So everybody just come together pretty much and party.
Oh, Raleigh, that town, that college town. Ooh-wee.
There you go. That's the best way that I can explain that.
I'm going to stay away from Raleigh. I got college kids, and I'm good. Now I'm playing.
Okay. And like I said, historical black colleges, St. Augustine, Shaw University. Yeah, I ain't going there.
Always a good time. Always a good time. So, Coach, tell us about 919 Chaos, the history, how the team started, where the name came from.
Wow. Okay. I have to go back. So first of all, I've been coaching for almost about 16 years, women's flag football. The Chaos started, I had a team called NC Chaos. Can't remember the actual year, but it was a while ago. I had NC Chaos. Then we went into another direction, and I had another team called Lady Tide that I was brought in under, and then I brought back Chaos. Then one of my players, Red, said, "Hey, let's do 919 Chaos." But 919 Chaos came from, so it was my old Chaos, brought in the 919 for a new start, a new flavor and everything, and we just took off from there, basically.
Nice. And 919, I found out today, that's y'all's area code over there.
Yes, that's the area code. Represent Raleigh.
Yes, I like it. Represent. So let's talk about the season, Coach. I kind of followed y'all's season pretty closely this year. And 10-0, that's incredible. Walk us through the season from the beginning to the end, because nobody goes 10-0 without a story.
Yes, that's very true. So I think our first game, or maybe our second game, we did encounter, some issues, some personal issues. And it showed the growth of the team. It showed the maturity of the team, whereas though, we was able to talk out what we needed to talk out, realize that we had a goal, realize that we needed everybody to attain the goal, because we have already tasted, victories. We've already tasted kind of being on top, and we like that feeling. So we wasn't going to have anything that was going to cause us to basically fall off that goal. So yeah, we went through that. We went through that rift. And I always have the mentality of each game, you want to end the game 1-0. 1-0.
Okay.
Each game.
Start.
Right. So, each game we went into it. Hey, we want to come out 1-0. We want to make sure we handle our business. And, it just happened that we was able to do that each week we played, and 10-0.
Wow. What kind of adjustments did you guys have to make from the beginning to now? I'm sure you had to shift around some players, like maybe you're not good for a wide receiver, maybe you good as running back. What kind of adjustments did y'all have to make between now and then?
Honestly, the adjustments, the only adjustment that I believe in regards to this team is believe in what they can do. What they can do, trusting the process. And that's it. Once you buy into what's going on, once you trust the process, then, the sky's the limit. That's why us as coaches, we're in a position to do what we need to do. We're in a position to put you in places, and you have to trust us to be like, okay, my coach had me in this position for a certain reason. He believed that I can do this, or he believed I can do that. Let me just go out and execute. And that's what they've been able to do as a team, is go out and execute. We have a long ways to go in regards to certain areas that I feel that we need to get better in. I want to be a well-rounded team, and things that we do really well, and there's certain things that we need to clean up on. So,
gotcha. What would you say the top 3 things that you guys do very well are?
Talk. We definitely talk out there, definitely. We're a physical team. We're a very physical team, yes. We do like putting hands on people.
Oh,
yes.
Now savages. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
And it's funny because when people look at our team pictures or whatever, they be like, oh, they don't look that big. Well, you don't have to be big to put hands on people,
Right.
And that's kind of what we do. And again, I take pride in having a balance. So, the way I coach is, I don't always want to just be good at one thing. I want to be good in multiple areas. So we are well-rounded. We are versatile. So that's the second thing that we're good in. We're able to adapt to different styles. And the third thing is we have heart. We definitely have heart. We go out 100% effort, and that's what I ask from day one. You give me 100% effort, I'm going to give you 100% of me.
Coach, that was a really cute answer for not giving away any of your, we run the ball well, we throw the ball well. That was a cute little workaround. I caught that. It was cute. Though. I'm going to let you slide with it. I caught it.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Let's talk about your players. Who's your starting offensive and defensive girls?
Starting offense, and again, it kind of depends on what we got, what we're looking at. But our starting offense primarily, we have our quarterback AB, which also we have another quarterback, Jocelyn, which is actually our number 1 wide receiver. She just do it all.
That's a threat. That's a lethal threat.
A very, very lethal threat. We developed her. Yeah. Red, she's basically, I don't know how tall Red is, maybe 6'1" or 6'2", I don't know, but she runs forever. And we call her Red. After Red, every time you see her, she's running long yards for a time. We have my center, Kelly. She's not your typical center. She's a receiver. But we keep that under wraps.
Is Kelly putting her hands on people since she's really a receiver and not really like a center?
I won't say.
Okay. All right. Watching out for Kelly too. Kelly.
Yeah. I won't say. But let's go back to part of what I was saying in regards to us trying to be well-rounded. You just kind of like don't know who's going to come out on top. Anybody can have a big game, and that's the way I want the team to be looked at. I don't want nobody to have to zero in on one player. I'm like, oh, we really need to stop her. Or if you do that, then okay, cool. Then just let her just go ahead and do what she do, get the numbers and stuff like that. But yeah, honestly, when I think about it, my starters, my on offense and defense, it rotates. So, each of those players that I named, they also can play defense. And that's kind of one, if you say that I had an issue over my time frame of coaching, that may have been one of my issues in regards to my numbers. I've never had the big numbers. That's why people haven't really seen me in a lot of tournaments. We never really had the numbers to compete. in tournaments. And I'm all over the place. I'm doing this, I'm working here, I'm working there. So it was always hard for me to, focus in on, recruiting and doing this and doing that. So actually just this past year, I really focused on doing that. And it's kind of showing, my numbers have grown. And we've just been rolling. We've just been rolling.
Nice. If you guys are just tuning in, we are talking with Coach Q, 919 Chaos. They're going to be in Atlanta this weekend for Halloween Havoc, so we're just getting some good information, and that's what we're talking about. So my next question would be, we didn't see you guys at Lynn Lewis. You guys are having a phenomenal season. We didn't see you at Lynn Lewis. Was that because of numbers? What was that because of?
Yeah, so numbers, and then also you got to consider when you're traveling to these tournaments, other things that's going on. We have a lot of professionals on our team, a lot of professional women. So it just wasn't the right time for us to try to pull that together and get down there financially. And then also, I'm a firm believer. I want to try to concentrate on one area. I don't want our concentration to be all over the place. So my number one goal was to make sure that we take care of home first, which was our league at Elite Sports.
Okay. So nationals. Will you guys be going to nationals? If so, Tampa or Orlando?
Yes, we're going to nationals. We are going to Orlando.
Okay. You want the 8 smoke? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been, that Orlando area has always kind of been home as far as nationals. Ever since I've been playing men's myself, I've probably been playing men's I've been coaching for about 15, 16 years. I've been playing maybe about 20. So.
We Elite Sports says Orlando, of course. We do FFL is what he said.
It is.
All right, awesome. All right, Coach. So we are going to play a little game here. You guys are coming over here to Atlanta this weekend. Halloween Havoc. So excited to have you guys. So excited to see y'all play in person. This is going to be so great to see y'all live, to see what these Chaos girls do live. Yes. Do the Joker rub, the Benzino rub. The Stevie J. That's the Stevie J.
Right. Yeah.
So we're going to play a little game, and this game is Halloween Havoc. What you gonna do about it? And in this game, we are going to go through all the teams that you guys could or could not face. Some you will face because you're on the calendar for them, but some you could not face on day 2. And we're just gonna talk about the teams, some of the things that they do, and what you're gonna do about it is your response as how your team will adjust and what you guys are able to do about it. All right, here we go. So let's start with the Rebels. The Rebels are a team where when one of your sister teams came here to Atlanta, New Era, they ended up taking the championship in that tournament, Bravo Hall. However, they just faced off against the Rebels in Lynn Lewis, and Rebels won. They're a big team over there. Now, when you guys get here this weekend, the first team that you play, the Rebels, they're very known for their defense. It's going to be very hard to score on them because they are solid defense. So with that being said, what's your offense going to do about it?
Stay with my philosophy. My philosophy is control the game. You don't turn the ball over because our defense is also really tough, really stingy. So control the game. Control the game and be physical. That's what we plan to do.
Ooh. Be physical. Okay. All right. So that brings me into my next team. What you going to do about it? Atlanta Stallions. This team is known for being physical, known, like my co-host Butter, like lay people out. They lay people out. They're known for their O-line, their D-line being extremely physical. They're also known for being able to have the threat of a pass or a run. So what you going to do about that, Coach?
Well, it's funny, the Stallions, I only know a little bit, tiny bit about them, and that's because a couple of their players played with Atlanta Storm when they came up a couple of months to play in our tournament here. And the game got very, very, very feisty. Very feisty. Very feisty. So already know against them, we're going to talk. And we're going to be physical. We're not going to...
I want to see that game. That's going to be like a National Geographic episode of just like, boom.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are not scared and you're not going to back down. You're going to meet physical with physical. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's pretty much it. I don't know if the twins is on here, but they know what time it is. My girl Sky knows.
Yes. Sky and them are on that team. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the next team, AOA, Athletes of Atlanta, and they really live up to their name. These girls they're new, they're fast, they're shifty, they're responsive, they're quick, they're eager. What you gonna do about that?
Well, what you do with speed, that young energy, that elusiveness, you put hands on them. Be physical with them. and then we're going to put hands on them, and we're going to be physical with them. We're not going to get the opportunity to use all of that speed and shiftiness and all that good stuff. Let's bring it up a little bit.
Coach Nook, you heard it here. That's the game plan. All right, next team. Arsenal. You guys can play Arsenal. Now, Arsenal is a team. They are a quiet, silent storm. They are a team that they will adjust, and they are not afraid to take chances just out of nowhere. What you going to do about that?
I know a little bit about Arsenal. Just the footage that I've watched. And just as you just alerted to, they are good with adjustments. So that type of a game, that will come down, I believe, to a coaching situation. And I'll just put myself in a position to just out-coach the coach over there.
Coach Craig, he's pretty smart when he's pretty okay.
Oh yeah, and that's why I said it that way. You know, a lot of times, you can say, physical speed, but then sometimes, you just got to be like, clear the chessboard, put your chess pieces down.
Yep. We've seen that before in one of these teams I'm going to talk to you about, but it was the Smarts that won their championship this past year. If you know, you know. It's a team that the name is new, and they're new as a team, but these girls are very seasoned. If you know, you know, I would say, like I said, they are weapons loaded galore. They literally are one of those people that, like, if they're in a kitchen, they can toss the whole kitchen sink at you. You don't know if they're going to toss the sink, a frying pan, the blender. They can toss anything at you, and you don't know. Yeah. What you going to do about it?
What you going to do about it? Well, again, and it's funny, these teams I really don't know anything about. I've seen on some videos, tried to study, because I'm a big film person, and they definitely have some talent. They definitely have some skill. Look like they're definitely being coached the right way. So a team like that, again, I would enforce my will, be physical, and honestly, a game like that, what you do is you coach not to make a mistake. You don't want to lose the game. You control the game and put yourself in a position to win the game.
That's going to be a really good one, too. It's going to be like watching like a whole like Tasmanian Devil kind of episode.
Yeah. We're really excited about the tournament because we just don't know what we're going to see, what we're going to get. And, hey, it's the love of the game. We play this game. Man,
it is. Let's talk about the Warriors. The Warriors, they're kind of like a shot of Patron, right? They're going to sneak up on you. They can sneak up on you. Next thing you know, the score is tied and they're about to win it. Like, they're going to sneak like that, and they're going to play hard and consistent the whole game. What you gonna do about it?
With the Warriors, you just don't give them any hope. You go ahead and come out from the get-go. Control the game. Don't give them any hope because, like you said, they will sneak up on you, and then next thing you know, the game is tied, and they're driving down the field for the win, for the game winner. You don't want to be in a position like that. You don't want to have if you don't have to, you don't want to put your back against the wall. So that you come out and enforce your will right from the get-go.
So you're going to eat before you take the shot. Then you're going to take some water after the shot.
There you go. Get that water in the system, you know. All that going before you take those shots.
And let's talk about the Storm, another team that you guys could see. The Storm. Now, with this battle, it is going to be a coaching versus coaching who is literally the smarter coach battle. Because the way they won that championship, it was just like had everybody, including myself, in the stands looking like, how in the world? And we didn't even think about it. It was crazy. They just, at the end of the day, they play smart and they play by play. Literally, if a team was the definition of next play, that is the team. What you gonna do about it?
Well, again, I believe when we played them in the tournament here, that game went into overtime. And I know they had other players with them or whatever the case. Maybe they didn't have all their players. I'm not sure exactly what that was, but it was a good team. And I knew they missed on a lot of opportunities, just as we did. But I was able to see their opportunities like, oh, this guy's coaching his butt off over there. Like, I need to play a game.
Smart.
Yes. So again, I know it sounds cliche, but we have to control the game from the get-go. We have to make sure we're in position where as though we're not turning the ball over. Playing tough defense, and when our opportunity arrives, then that's take advantage.
Nice. And then lastly, the team that you guys might see is probably a team that you've heard about. This is probably, honestly, it's probably a franchise team for Atlanta because they make so much noise. They can intimidate a lot of people. They're loud. They roar. Out the gate, this is a team that literally the strategies that you've been talking about, out the gate, this is a team that's known to do that. They're going to come for your throat, just like a lion. They're not going to play around. They're not going for the arms, the leg. They're going to come right for your throat. And they're going to double QB on you. They're going to deep threat on you. You're going to get it all. What are you going to do about a team that's coming for your throat like a lion in the wild?
Talk about them Lady Tigers?
Tigers. They didn't touch their name.
I told you, I do a little study. You know, it can't come into the lion den without some coming down there in Atlanta without knowing some stuff now. Basically, with them, they are solid. They have a pretty good offense. Even when I watched them down in Nationals last year, their offense is really solid. It's explosive. Again, just put ourselves, we're that we just don't put ourselves in the position to lose in regards to the big play. Stop the big play. Make them work for it. I have noticed a tendency when you do that, when they have to work for those yards and not that big play. And this is for any team, but I did note that they were susceptible of making mistakes. If you slow down a little bit, they have to earn those yards. Take those big plays away.
How are you going to do that? Are you just going to stop the deep threat by just going staying deep with your defense? Are you just going to just get in there and get to the quarterback super how are you going to do that?
Well, I will say I'll give one thing away. We have an aggressive rush. Our rush is aggressive. I coach my rush to be really aggressive. We really want heat on that quarterback at all times. So with their quarterback, I do know that you don't want her to sit back and be throwing it all day because she will pick you apart. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to bring the heat at her, and hopefully that will intimidate her into throwing some bad throws. Maybe some receivers get off their wrong route, and cause some type of chaos. Cause that's what we want to do. Cause chaos.
Y'all gotta come to our city and cause chaos. I like it.
Here you go. If we causing chaos out there, that's what we want to do right there.
Nice. Coach, well, that was awesome. This was a great time just talking to you, talking about the chaos that you guys are going to come here and cause. We cannot wait to see you guys come here and cause chaos. We cannot wait to see you, obviously at nationals. You guys have told us on this show which nationals you're going to go to. So we'll see you guys there. Any closeout words?
Just, we're looking forward to it. That's coming down. We're looking forward to coming down there. I have gotten all of the inboxes from the coaches. Thank you very much. Thank you for the hospitality. I'm looking forward, guys. I'm looking forward
Coach
to
Gates
it.
just said, "What's up, Q?"
Yo, what's up, man? Looking forward to the hospitality down there, baby. Honestly, we're really excited because, again, like I said earlier, because of our numbers in the past, we really haven't been able to hit the road like that. And even with our teams up here, Carolina United, New Era, Lady Rangers when they was out, Carolina Diamonds, all these teams that's here in North Carolina, we've always at a high level. Even with Carolina United, it was never really like a blowout situation. The 18, we always competed. We just didn't have the numbers to keep going. So me myself, this is how can I say it? It's a test for me. It's a test for me to finally be like, yo, all right, Q, you got your numbers. What you gonna do with it?
What you gonna do?
Right. So it's a shut up at this point, or put up a shut up at this point for me. And I know my girls, my ladies, they got my back. So I'm ready for it. Let's do it.
All right, y'all. And that was 919 Chaos. Y'all heard Coach Q. He said that his ladies are ready for it. They got his back. This is a challenge. He coming in. They're gonna cause chaos. And that's what it is. I'm your girl, Shauna XO, and this has been another segment of Hills to Cleats. Hope you had a good time. Good night, and see y'all this weekend.
Good night.